the Blast of the Stash It train. It's rolling. It's 7 o'clock. And we're going to jump right into the quotes. As we always do, we start with Paul.
That was the gayest shit I've ever heard.
What's it?
What do you expect from him? Let's see.
Wow.
Many that live deserve death. Some that die deserve life. Don't be too eager to deal out death and judgment. Even the very wise cannot see all ends.
Is it a comic book movie?
No.
It's a gay porn you watched.
No, that's when Mike's on.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know.
One of the highest grossing movies ever, I think.
Titanic.
No, actually worth watching. Put it this way, I would almost guarantee every single one of you has seen it.
Avatar. I don't know.
How about this? One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Lord of the Rings.
First one, yeah, Fellowship of the Ring.
And Mike, Spectacular Spider Grandpa.
All right, in the chat, first off, we got SS Comic Reader.
Alex.
Doom's going to
You
watch
betcha, Alex.
Transformers. Aim High Comics is in the house. Jason Smith. The brother Bruce Zayas. Alex the Comic Hoarder. Catran Figures. Daydreams and Nightmares is here. They're comically flawed and a whole bunch of other people. But let me get to the quote right now. Mine is not a comic book movie. It is from one of my favorite comedies. And it goes, smells like they're cooking a goddamn cat over there.
The Burbs.
It is.
That was an hysterical movie.
I haven't seen that movie, I think, since it came out on VHS. Or maybe it was beta. I'm not sure.
I love that movie.
Shut your funko mouth.
I love
That movie is hysterical. Hey, Mike, I see next to your Vampirella there, you've got these two really cool covers. Who turned you on to those?
No homo, but my brother from another mother.
You guys are probably diddling each other in the wombs. Okay,
Anyway.
Moving on. Super Sons. Moving on to Trinity.
All right, my quote is not from a comic book movie, but it is a cult classic. I think it is. What you need boxes for? You trying to build a clubhouse?
Oh, come on
Friday.
now. That's Friday.
Damn!
And mine is not a comic book movie, and it has the F-bomb in there, so just prepared. I'm not going to bleep it. Shut your fat ass, Ramey! I can't go down and buy a pack of smokes without running 9 guys you fucked.
Oh, come on. Seriously? That's Clerks.
No?
No, wait. No, that's the one about so many dicks in your mouth. That's got to be...
What's something going on in the chat?
Boondock Saints.
It is Boondock Saints. Yes, it is. What's wrong there, Mike?
Oh, nothing.
Somebody say
Just
something in the
living
chat.
the dream.
Mm-hmm.
No, you guys crack me up.
Sure, whatever. Okay, we'll jump right into comics. We'll start with you tonight, Mike, since you seem like you're prepared.
We were supposed to read comic books?
I think so.
Super Sons.
All right, let's start. We'll do Spectacular Spider-Man. Right here. All right, this opens with Spidey's origin, just like it was back in the 60s or 70s. They didn't change nothing. I'm glad they kept it that way. Spidey's having lunch with Johnny Storm on the side of a building, doing the whole bromance thing, arguing about who has the best origin story. Spidey actually stops a crime. Well, actually, Ant-Man stops a crime, and the woman he saves actually asks him out on a date. Ant-Man's helmet is acting up, and they go see Mason, which happens to be the Tinkerer's brother. He also looks like Andre the Giant, if you know what I'm talking about. This was actually right off the bat my pick of the week. This feels like a Spider-Man book. It's funny. There's a surprise reveal at the end, and there's a pretty cool backup story in this. Amazing Spider-Man hasn't been doing the character justice, in my opinion, but this felt like a Spider-Man book. So this is a definite stash, my pick of the week.
Oh, Jeremy, what'd you think of that one?
I liked it. It's a stash for me. It's my first time reading a spectacular Spider-Man book. I hadn't always. I read the other, like Amazing Spider-Man, on and off with some books. And I read some of the McFarlane ones. I got a couple of those. But, yeah, I liked it. It wasn't my pick of the week, though, but I liked it. It was a stash.
I'm a little on the other side of that, just a little bit, though. I mean, it was kind of nice. He was saying in the story that, oh, nice, old-fashioned bank robbery, or something like that. So something street level versus this big event. So he was kind of happy to find that. And I don't know, some of the humor didn't fit for me. It seemed like he was trying too hard. I mean, because Spider-Man is sarcastic, yeah, but it seemed like that humor just didn't work for me in the book itself. No, I mean, there were quite a few different cameos. Like I said, Ant-Man, Human Torch, Falcon's in there, Tinker's brother. I'm not sure if he's ever been in anything before. And not to do any spoilers, but the reveal at the end, has that character ever been in the story before, Mike? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't think so, but Drew Manchu is in the chat. He would know because he knows everything. So Drew Manchu has the reveal at the end of Spectacular Spider-Man. Has that person ever been in the comics before?
That dude also, the Tinker's brother, also looks like the guy on Happy Gilmore that had the nail in his head.
Oh, Jaws from the Bond movie?
I guess so.
Yeah, he played Jaws.
A.K.A. Quentin Tarantino.
What?
So he also looks like Quentin Tarantino.
But I don't think it was the best Spider-Man book. I have not been reading any of the current Amazing Spider-Man, but I mean it was okay, but I don't think I'd pick up the next issue.
Yeah, if you've been reading Amazing, this was much better if you're a Spider-Man fan, in my opinion. I mean, I'm partial to Spider-Man anyway, so.
Well, and plus this one had your name in it, so.
Yes.
And the other one has his baby picture.
The baby picture is in the other book, so.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so jump on to because Paul, you didn't read that. You want to?
No, I read one Marvel book, and that was enough this week. I could not continue.
Okay,
I wanted to read it. I'm going to read it, but
Paul has a strict one Marvel limit.
No, I mean if they're good, I can read more, but the first one was not good.
Like I said, Paul has a strict one Marvel limit.
Havoc Comics says the current Amazing Spider-Man covers are fantastic.
Covers.
I also agree with that. The covers are awesome, but the story,
not so much.
Aren't they a lot of them Alex Ross covers?
Yes.
That's what I thought. All right, so we'll jump into our second book with Jeremy.
My second book of the week is, we'll go ahead and get into it, God Country #6. This is my turn of the week. Unfortunately, I went in with high hopes to this, and I was hoping the story would end because it's been great the whole way, and then it gets to the end of it, and it was like somebody letting the air out of a balloon. It just had a whimper. So, yeah, they don't have any more. I would probably pick it up if they had more, hoping that it would get better, but no. This is my turn of the week.
Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked by that because you were really gung-ho into the story at the beginning.
Well, yeah, I mean, the story started out great, but the way they ended it didn't sit well with me. Because, well, I mean, I'm not going to go into we can go into it offline. We'll talk about it, or because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hadn't read it. But yeah, nothing really happened. So.
See, I'm a little on the other side of that one as well with you. So, I mean, we all knew kind of roughly how it was going to end. I mean, not to give any spoilers away with the book, but I think it's kind of a cool reveal. The whole time, at the first book, his dad has Alzheimer's, and he doesn't really remember anything. I think his son really thinks he hates him, or doesn't remember any of the stuff that they did growing up. And I think how they portrayed that in the book, I thought that was really good. And I thought, it kind of gave him that vindication or whatever that he needed, knowing that it was actually different than what he thought. So the sword and everything wasn't important either. That's not what was important in the whole thing. So it's a stash for me. I think the whole series has been pretty good. So on my list here, who is next on that one? That'd be Mike.
Yeah, this is I thought it ended fairly well. This is also a stash for me. I mean, it is what it is. Stash for me as well.
I guess my first book will be.
I guess I don't talk about that one.
You don't? Did you read it? Did you read it?
Yes, I told you I only read 4 damn books, and you said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. Please, Paul, go ahead. I'm not a good host. I need to go drinking.
That's been abundantly clear the past few months.
Oh,
wow. I'm not sure how I feel about the ending. I mean, the series as a whole was really good, but I think everybody, the series was so good, there was bound to be some letdown with the ending. I mean, it's. I think a lot of people had various ideas of how this was going to end, and I don't know that most people got it right. So I think there's some built-in disappointment there because everybody's like, well, I see it ended this way. So, I mean, it was not the most satisfying ending, but like I said, the series as a whole is definitely stashed.
Yeah, I agree. The whole series as a whole, I mean, I liked the whole series. I just didn't like the way it ended. So, yeah.
Well, with a lot of the books, it seems like when it's a story arc or a miniseries, at least I haven't found one that's ended like, wow, super, out of this world kind of ending.
It doesn't have to
all
be
a
like
little bit
that,
more
though.
of just always a little bit of disappointment. I think that's like going into a movie expecting what you'd see but not getting it. So,
well, that's not necessarily true though with me because I mean, like Reborn, I didn't know how Reborn was going to end, and it ended. It didn't end like I thought it would end, but it ended in a good way. I mean, I could still say it wrapped it up pretty nicely, but I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me the way it ended because. I mean, they made out the sword to be like, and the sword's supposed to be bad. Like, he's supposed to be holding the sword. He's going to go down there. He's going to kick butt. And then he just got destroyed. So.
No. Anything else on God Country before we move on?
No, now we can go to you, crappy host.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying I'm done. I wouldn't.
Let's get it. Episode 56, Huey, the crappiest of hosts.
SS Comic Reader said his pick was Injustice 2, number 4. Down to Comic Book Junkies in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Well, who else we got in here? I think I mentioned
Great Legends here.
Brian's Great Legends here. Brian Spaceboy 22/7. All kinds of people.
Rogue 121.
Rogue 121 X. All right.
Okay, moving on. I'm the one who picked up this book, and that is September Morning. Doing a little research on it because it's like a prestige format book, and it says Volume 1. So I was wondering if it actually was out released before single issues, because really thick book. It's actually based off of a band called September Morning. I think they released them digitally. There's like a fundraiser. This book is actually pretty good. It starts out, it's talking about 2 different worlds. The Covington is the shitty everyday world. The Mortem, which is the realm of lost souls. What's that?
I dig the cover.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you can go to, I sent a link to you guys to the YouTube in our chat with the YouTube video with their band.
They're kind of like In This Moment, Paul.
Oh, sweet. I'll definitely check it out.
And
not to change the subject right quick, but Aim High just said, "Don't be surprised if God Country comes back," and that's not really the ending.
Dun, dun, dun.
So in this story, basically, they're reapers or something that actually go and steal people's souls. And this one reaper has a change of heart and ends up, not killing her, and then giving her his life. So she's kind of like half and half. She's like a reaper, and she ends up taking souls of people dying and keeping them somewhere else, so they're not going into this other world, trying to figure out what's going on. For the most part, it was really good. There were a couple things in there that kind of really pulled me out of the book, and one was like one of the main characters, Claire. She's not on the cover. She's blind, but yet you don't really find out about that until like 2/3 or 3/4 ways of the book. I mean, she had a cane earlier in the book, but she never really came out and said that she was blind. Other than that should have came a little earlier in the story. And one of the Reapers was they're supposed to try to find this girl September morning, with all costs, go get her. But they were too easily distracted. It just seemed like there was this little cheese in that end. But definitely, I would say it's a stash.
Was it Reaper Tate?
No Reaper Tate. No. Mark Silvestri, Emily Lazar. Those are the people behind it. So it was actually a pretty good book. I definitely recommend picking it up. It's a stash. We'll go to Paul. What's your first book?
First book will be one of my 2 co-picks of the week. Crosswind. This book was awesome. I mean, it's Freaky Friday on steroids. I just really loved it. The art was amazing. I don't want to give too much away, but it was awesome. Freaky Friday with a hitman and a housewife.
I watched a video with that one time.
Was it on an adult channel, Mike?
It was on an adult channel.
I wouldn't doubt it. Huh?
You want me to bring you cake and ice cream?
I didn't know Mike had any other channels.
His favorites list is just chock full of them.
Yeah, the art in this book's just amazing.
It kind of had like a Bill Sienkiewicz feel to the art for me, which sometimes his art is horrible, but sometimes it's amazing. And
the cover sort of, to me, looked like Adam Hughes. A little bit. Like the way the coloring on it. I don't know, the way
probably the heavy outlines. Adam Hughes is really known for that, and it's kind of...
Yeah, might be. I don't
know. So what did you think of it, Paul? Mike?
Oh, I loved it. Like Paul said, art's great, story's great. Freaky Friday, hitman and a housewife. They switch bodies at the end, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Spoiler alert.
I loved it. I thought it was.
And I thought that for me the best thing was the hitman goes in the housewife, and the first thing he does is grab the boobs.
Exactly. That was. That's what I would do.
I mean, it's like exactly. That's what most of us would do.
What about you, Jeremy?
I have to agree. It's my co-pick of the week. I really liked it. I liked it's a stash for me, especially because I want to see, now that the hitman's in the housewife, I want to see the husband and the little douche nozzles that was outside, like giving her fits when she was trying to get the groceries out of the car. I want to see them get their upcomings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, her husband's going to get it.
Oh, yeah. He was being a douche nozzle in 3/4 of a half. So that don't even make sense, but I just made it up, so it's going to make sense.
Teriyaki mist.
Yeah, the teriyaki
mist.
I liked it. I did, when I was looking for books to read, and I saw Mike show that, and I was like, this book's probably going to suck. And I was pleasantly surprised the other way, because especially with the beginning of it, he had that dude out in the like the forest or whatever, and it was like his friend, and he was like taking him out there to kill him. And he's like, dude started talking smack to him. And he's like, talking about he screwed his mom. And then he's like, he turned around and like just shot the dude in the head. And I was like, that's pretty epic right there.
Well, what was funny is he talks about him screwing his mom. He's like, I'm still not going to kill you. And he's like, she make better food, not that shitty stuff for your father. And that's what he capped him.
Yeah. Catherine said, Trinity, I'm going to use that saying, be my guest. That's my
That's
my treasure trove. That douche nozzle in 3/4 of a half.
Hashtag
or whatever. Hashtag it. Put it up on the Facebook page.
Yeah, this is a co-pick of the week for me too. When I first saw it in the previous guide, it caught my interest right away. As you guys are saying, she's a pretty timid housewife. Doesn't really talk very much. She's always getting kind of her talked down to all the time. And I'm really looking forward to the second issue when that dinner with his boss is supposed to be there. She's supposed to have everything perfect, and she's going to start going, oh, "Fuck you, dude." She's going to start really relaying into him, and I think it's really going to pick up. And I'm definitely looking forward to issue 2 as well, just to see how that's.
Just imagine when she or the hitman finds out, like, or is going to find out about the whole him having dinner with another woman last night ordeal when he was supposed to have been late at work.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it's just, I'm just ready to see what happens. I mean, that's the first time I think I've really read anything Gail Simone wrote. And I think it seemed like hers where she was a SJW, but maybe not. I don't know.
No, she pretty much is. But
well, see, I didn't. I thought I had heard that when I saw she wrote it. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck, really, man.
But when it invades her books, it sucks. But she can write.
Well, it's kind of hard to avoid any of that stuff in any of the comics. And a lot of those creators are that way to begin with. So you just got to be able to push through that. So,
a wise man once told me that if you start not liking creators and people that do that because of their opinions on like politics and stuff like that, then you won't like anybody. So,
about the only one I can think of who's unapologetically conservative would be Steranko.
Okay. I'm moving on to Mike. What's your second book?
All right, let's do Shirtless Bear Fighter.
Oh, please.
I don't want to do Shirtless Bear Fighter.
Neither does the girl in the book, I don't think.
Yeah, that's breaking bones. That's breaking bones right there. I'm just saying. Yeah, this book was funniest book I've read in a while. It kind of reminded me of, I think maybe Cat Ren even brought it up in one of her videos, Grizzly Shark. I don't know if you guys ever read that.
Mm-mm.
So basically, book starts out, a couple is getting ready to canoodle in the forest, and they are attacked by a bear, and out walks this fully nude, 7-inch pixelated hee-haw. And he basically beats the fuck.
7-inch pixelated hee-haw?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's Tallywhacker.
His tallywhacker. And he is nude this whole entire book, FYI. So if you're uncomfortable with that, don't pick this shit up. And then a government team tries to recruit him, and there's just funny shit going on, and they stole my baby picture. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. Here's my baby picture. Right there. I can't wait for the next issue. Classic stuff, man. Stash.
Jeremy.
It wasn't a pick of the week. Yeah, I mean it was pretty funny. I can't front. It was pretty funny. I'll probably read issue number 2 just because I want to see if Mike, you done put it up or you still got it out.
What, my baby?
I want to see that dude. No, I want to see the dude at the very end of it. The thing from next week, not next week, the next issue.
This one here.
Yeah, I want to see that dude. Yeah, that looks like something straight out of Eric Powell to me. I don't know why that reminds me of Eric Powell.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so moving on to me. This probably should have been.
He has a fucking bear plane. Come on, guys, a bear plane.
Yeah, dude, I laughed so hard at that.
This probably should have been called.
Dumb and Dumber.
This probably should have been called Pantless Bear Fighter. Really, I mean, instead of Shirtless Bear Fighter. The things I do love and it cracked me up is he's all pixelated, right? But you can tell the pixelated. There's the movement. You can see the things swaying back and forth. When he's walking through, and then when he body slams the bear, and look at how the curved pixels are, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. You're studying way too much into that pixelated area.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're spending too much time on that.
I was sitting in a parking lot. I brought my daughter to an appointment, and I was sitting there reading my comics in the car, and I saw that dude. I seriously started busting up laughing in my car. I'm sure people were like looking at me, but I didn't show them the pixelated penis. But I thought that was so funny that actually showing like the movement under the pixelated portion of it. Now I know, Paul, you said that there's a totally nude variant. Now, is that nude throughout the whole book, or is that nude on the cover? Do you know?
No idea.
Mike, you have the one that I think they call the nude variant.
Do I?
Who does? No, I don't think so. I think
no.
That's the one that they were talking on the New York Warriors page. I think it was. It's going for like $40.
That's just like. I was too much.
Is that cover A or?
Spent too much time studying the pixels.
Is that cover A, or is that what's the regular cover look like?
Is this the regular cover right here? No, there are like 4 covers to it.
Yes, I think I don't know. I may have misread that, but I thought that was the cover that they were saying was going for like $40.
It's kind of like sharing the pixelated thing. I guess it's kind of like watching scrambled porn when you were a kid, right? Trying to make out the figures in between. But moving on, Paul, what do you think of the book?
Go pick of the week. This book was hysterically funny. I mean, you were in a car laughing out loud. I was at work.
Aim High said the nude variant he has no pants on the cover. So
yeah. I mean, just I was sitting there reading the book, and when there's this bear, and he's in the. I knew I was going to love the book when first I opened up the book and the first panel says that we are in major city. I'm like, okay, this is going to be ridiculous. I love it. But then there's all these army dudes riding in on a freaking tank, and they're like, let him have it, boys. That bear's rubbing his ass on America. And I was just like, yes. It was just really fucking funny. I can't wait for the next one.
But they call him Shirtless, like that's his name. Hey, Shirtless, what are you doing? It's not like that's his name, Shirtless Bear Fighter.
Seeking Newman Comics says he tried to squint to see through the pixels.
Well, see, I'm not the only one, so.
No, he said he used to, I think, on the porn.
He was talking like back in the 80s when everybody had their cable boxes and they could go to HBO and they could see the twisted. And they're like, I think I see a boob.
Yeah. Things you do when you're 15 years old. Well, I don't think you do when you're 30, probably even.
Don't judge
Trinity.
Me.
Don't judge you. You don't want to see the cookie list on Mike's computer. What's your next book of the week?
My next book will be Superman 25. Oh, Mike picked that up too, didn't you?
Yeah.
This was a really cool book. I think it's I don't know if it'd be called a first appearance or whatever, but Super 24 would be the first appearance, I think, of Superboy Black. But the Manchester Black infested John, and like he was going ham. He was destroying everybody. And they finally had to get him under control. But this is a stash for me. I really liked it. I don't know nothing about no Manchester Black, but I wanted to see him get the rock bottom. So.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, this is also a stash. But they tease at the end. I don't want to, that Manchester Black will be back.
Yeah.
So, good stuff. Good stuff. And they got a cow smoking. When do you ever see a cow smoking? Right here. Don't judge me. It's real.
Sure, it's not a popsicle.
It's not a popsicle. That's the sequel to Shirtless Bear Fighter, Shirtless Cow Fighter.
Oh, is it?
Shirtless Cow Fighter.
Yeah, Drew Manchu said Superman was hella sick. Manchester Black's a cool villain, I thought. So.
Who was the villain in the? Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of a totally different book. Never mind. I will move on. Okay, my next book is Batman 25. This is the new story arc of Jokes and Riddles, and
The War of Jokes and Riddles. Yeah.
War of Jokes and Riddles. This is actually pretty badass book. I actually loved it. I mean, I never read the New 52. I haven't yet. I'm still trying to get all the issues to start in on that. The Batman run. I know Joker was pretty dark, I think, in that one as well. But man, damn, dude, both the Riddler and the Joker pull no punches when it comes to killing people in this book, and they're downright ruthless.
Trust me, just from what I've seen already, this Joker wants none of the Joker from New 52.
So it was a pretty badass and dark and intense book, I thought. And I'm definitely looking forward to reading more from this story arc. Let's see, who else read that? I think, Mike, you read that one, right?
Yeah, speaking of Batman, reviews from the Batcave just hopped in here.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Spidey Grandpa getting I'm getting a package.
That's
Cool. Yeah, this was awesome. My question to you guys is, now, wasn't Joker locked in the Batcave, or is this like the whole 3 Joker thing? Okay, SS Comic Reader just said, remember, there are 3 different Jokers. So that answers my question.
Right.
But yeah,
notice the different looks for them too.
Yeah. This one's more like, I don't know, clean cut. I don't know if you want to use that term.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both insane. Yeah, there he is, sitting behind his desk.
I mean, even though
it's a flashback.
True. At the end, he does say, what he says, and I don't want to spoil it, but
yeah. And we also, I guess, speaking of, like he said, it's a story he's telling Catwoman, and would that pretty much say that she said yes? Because I mean, they're in bed together. I'll spoil it. I don't care. They're in bed together, and they're laying in bed, and he's telling her a story. So if she told him no when he said marry me,
but that doesn't mean you can't get busy. Yeah, they've canoodled a bunch of times.
Yeah, but I mean, you would think like if she said no, then they wouldn't.
Maybe she didn't answer.
I'm saying she said
yes.
Think about it. I'm saying she said yes. So.
Okay, Jeremy, what do you think of the Batman?
I really liked it. It was it says oversized issue or something like that, an anniversary issue or something. I really liked it.
That was Shirtless Bear Fighter. That was the oversized.
It was.
He needs to tell her before it goes any further, he said. Drew said. That's what Batman said. He needs to tell her before it goes any further. I really liked it. It's like, I think Seeking Near Mint said it in the chat. It's the first time we see Joker and Riddler go head to head. So yeah, I'm kind of psyched to see it. I hope Tom King can pull it off.
And they're recruiting, other villains to each side, so that's pretty cool too, I thought.
Yeah. But yeah, stash for me. It's got the bat on the cover, so yeah. I mean, and I like. Did anybody else see the if you look at the cover, if anybody's got the cover, it says "Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?" Yep, I thought that was really cool. But yeah, go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
One of my favorite scenes is when Riddler's in custody and you think he's going to be cooperative, and he just leaps across. I mean, to give it away, it's in the middle of the book. leaps across that table and slices that guy's throat. I was like, whoa, what the hell, dude? That came out of nowhere for me. So I thought that was, I said definitely dark. So, it's, I think your next book, Trinity. I think you're up next. Right?
Okay,
Did I do that one? I started that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Paul's turn. Never mind.
Yeah. Paul.
All right. Weapons of mutant destruction. What the fuck? Only Marvel could fuck this up. It was terrible. I mean, the art was fucking horrible. Domino looked like I don't know, post-op something. And then you have a bunch of kick-ass characters, and they're hanging out with totally useless fucking Hulk. And the writing was bad. I mean, it's like, we get it, Domino. You're a mercenary. Every time someone says something to you, you don't have to say, oh, how much money are we getting? Oh, this is about money. I'm a mercenary. I want money. Shut the fuck up. Go die in a fire, Marvel. Fuck Marvel.
And Mike, maybe you'll have something a little nicer to say about it.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this book. There was a couple funny lines about not wanting to pair Sabretooth with the Hulk because the Sabretooth would eat him. And but yeah, I thought it was decent. What I'm not looking forward to, in order to get the next part of the story, I do have to buy Totally Awesome Hulk. So, but I do agree with Paul. The art is atrocious.
Wow,
Yes.
we both said that. That's pretty great.
So, but this was actually a stash for me. Don't bash the Korean Hulk. Seeking Nearman said, "Don't bash the Korean Hulk." Drew Manchu said it wasn't that bad.
Mighty
LJ.
Go ahead.
Shut your Marvel mouth.
I was hoping it would be great, so I'm probably being extra harsh on it, but it was bad.
It was definitely my stinker of the week. I mean, I was hoping to see this somewhere in there. It's a pretty badass cover. The Hulk with the mixed with the Wolverine. We didn't even get to see that at all. We saw some dudes in a tank, but nothing really that. Definitely don't judge a book by its cover, because that cover was awesome, but the book sucked. I didn't like it, the art and the story.
In the book's defense, though, I'm going to say this. I didn't even read the book. But you're talking about the same company that has a She-Hulk book where she's like on issue 5 or whatever. She still hadn't hulked out, from what I understand. So,
well, it's the same company that puts Gwenpool on every cover just to get sales too. So,
yeah.
Okay, Mike, get next book.
What the hell else did I read? Aquaman. Let's do Aquaman, number 25. Take a look at that cover. Well, if you read Aquaman, Aquaman's been banished out of the kingdom, and he kind of lives in the slums now. And there's a new artist on this book. I forgot his name. Let me look it up real quick. Blah blah blah. It's gonna take me forever to find it.
JLS said a guy I work with looks just like Kim Jong-un.
Stefan Sajak. Am I saying that right? I'm probably butchering that name.
Pat Sajak?
Yes, Pat Sajak. And Vanna White. So here, let me show you some of this art. I don't know. I just love the new art style on this book.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's been banished out of his kingdom. He's living in the slums, blah, blah, blah. Good story. Stash it.
Sorry, the chat's got me cracking up. Anyhow, said Midwest is the Ted Nugent of comics.
So
I do think it's cool that they're going all in on the whole Momoa Aquaman thing, though, with the long hair and the beard.
And yeah, that's probably the only reason they're doing that. what I don't understand is why we needed a preview of Aquaman and all the DC books this week.
I don't know, man.
I mean, the story's not that spectacular.
Yeah.
It's good,
but Jeremy, you know the books this week?
Yes. My pick of the week, and I'm going to go ahead and get it out. All-Star Batman number 11.
What?
If you didn't read this,
What?
you missed that. Yes. All-Star Batman number 11. I had told the guys in the chat, I was like, I read all these books, and I don't even have a pick of the week yet. So I was looking around there, and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read All-Star Batman number 11. You get a whole issue. Well, not a whole issue. It's kind of like two stories just kind of intertwined or whatever. But you get an issue about Alfred's past where was with the British SAS. And it picks up where the last one left off where Bruce Wayne was trying to be, he was like in disguise as Hush. He was going through that cell or trying to find these guys or trying to find this, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's some kind of engine. And yeah, Batman fights crocodiles in this book. And
Killer
Crocs?
No, it's like crocodiles. The guy that the main villain or whatever has stocked this island that they were on with crocodiles to keep anybody from getting in or like escaping that tried to so Bruce is like running. And he's going down through there about Alfred's supposed to be picking him up in the boat, and he's supposed to like time it just right. Well, Bruce is like, I can't wait. They're shooting at me there. I gotta go. And he runs and jumps off, and he misses the boat, and the crocodiles are coming, and Alfred's having to come back around. It's like fighting. It's like 3 or 4 crocodiles fighting him off, but somebody saves him. I'm not going to spoil that part. But yeah, this was one of the best issues of All-Star Batman, in my opinion. You could feel the Scott Snyder on this one. It was really good, really good. So that's my pick of the week.
I'm actually out of books already. I know, Paul, you're probably too.
Yeah,
Mike is
no
too.
Week at work, so I only had a couple this week.
Mike, a few you want to run through real quick?
Yeah, Green Lanterns number 25. I was really hoping they'd end up going back to Earth because I really don't like the Spacebound Green Lantern books, but I'm on the verge of dropping this at, Jessica Cruz and all, so I guess this would be a blast for me. X-Men Gold, I'm not feeling that anymore either. That would be a blast for me. And Super Sons, that story arc just ended, and that was pretty good. So, and that's all I got. I have to read Darth Maul number 4, Wildstorm number 5, and I got Jimmy's Bastards from last week, and Venom 151. I want to read too. So,
did you like Jimmy's Bastards?
I haven't read it yet. But you guys said it was funny, and
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of dropping both the X-Men books that are out, the blue and the gold.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going for a couple more, see how it turns out. But,
So, Mike, you've been posting a whole bunch of stuff on our Facebook page, and I've been posting stuff on our Twitter. What's going on?
So now's the time to chat, to pay attention and listen to our story real quick.
Story time with Grandpa begins now.
Story time with Grandpa. This is the moment you've all been waiting for.
He's got his Snuggie on.
If Snuggie means no pants, we're there. So me and the guys are struggling. Comic books are getting freaking expensive. Funko Pops are getting expensive. Everything's just basically getting expensive. We're just, we're struggling. YouTube doesn't pay anything. Our family's getting upset. We're spending so much money. So we could just quit this YouTube thing altogether and stop collecting, quit the show, quit buying Funkos. But one day, Jeremy over there, young Jeremy, said, let's get summer jobs. Remember when you said that, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paul over there, he got a job as a beer vendor at an amphitheater. But at this amphitheater, Nickelback was playing, and he jumped on stage and beat the fuck out of Chad Kroger. So he got fired.
He said, "Look at this photograph, Kroger."
So he got fired.
I used Corey Taylor's line and said he has a face like a shoe.
And then you beat him with a shoe.
Dave over there got a job working as a clown in a traveling carnival, but he was actually too scared to leave his state, so he got fired. Jeremy started doing caricatures on the beach, but all the drawings he did of people started looking like Batman, so they fired him. I myself got a job as a stripper, but I'm fat and ugly, and the only one that ever gave me any money was my mom. So
Wow!
Why is your mom hiring you as a stripper?
Yeah, this just answers so many questions.
And she could be jiving too.
Don't judge. Don't judge. So we got our four minds together, and we finally decided to do what we know about, we love, and that's become superheroes. We're going to become superheroes, and this is where you guys come in. And that is my little speech about our newest Blasted or Stash It contest, the Summer Spectacular. Reborn. So
we wanted to call it Rebirth, but got sued by DC.
That's Rebirth.
I actually wanted to call it Afterbirth because we're so ugly, but so get your little pens and pencils out, your crayons, whatever you used to write with. I'm going to go over the rules of this contest and what you guys have to do. First off, of course, you have to be 18 or over. Like I said, money's tight, so we're actually going to keep this contest inside the U.S. I am sorry if there's anyone, that lives in Canada or overseas, but, times are tough. You're going to create a superhero name for us. You're going to give each panel member, that's Midwest, Huey over there, and Trinity, and myself, superhero names. And they can't be like Spider-Man or Captain America. Be creative. You got to come up with our power. Florida does count, JLS. Although it is the armpit of America, Florida does count. You also have to come up with our weakness. Our mode of transportation, and our headquarters name. Another question is, which YouTuber would be our Alfred? The one that makes us scrambled eggs in the morning, tends to our wounds,
stitches up our suits,
make sure Grandpa's crotch armor is in the right place, all kinds of stuff.
Seeking Near Mint said, "What about Hawaii?" I think Hawaii is in the United States. That would work, yeah.
For now, it is.
It still is the same price for priority mail there, so.
Damn, my video stopped.
I think so too, because actually Seeking Near Mint just sent me some books, and I think he sent it priority, and it was like $6. So yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
So you'll get a bonus entry if you design us a team logo. You'll get 5 bonus entries if you draw the whole entire team, costumes and all. And
this is gonna be epic.
What?
This is gonna be epic.
This is gonna be epic. That's right. So this will end July 28th, and we will do the drawing for it August 4th. And the prize is, just like our Santa Who contest, a box from each one of us. And that's it. That is the Summer Spectacular.
So to be 100% clear, so a team name for our whole team name, each individual names, our superhero names, our weakness, our power, our mode of transportation, and our headquarters name. Anything else, Mike?
Which YouTuber would be our Alfred?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And for a bonus, design a team logo. For 5 bonus entries, draw the whole entire team.
And you got to make a video about it too, right?
And obviously, you got to make a video.
Yeah. So,
So no more Facebook?
No, we'll still be on Facebook. This is just a contest.
No, you know, none of the posts on Facebook meaning we were going to quit, or we were just trying to spark some interest in the show and this contest. So
yeah, we want to do something a little bit different other than show us your top 10 books, you know, talk about certain channels. And this is what we came up with, is something a little bit different, to have kind of a fun way to interact with everybody. So please do have fun with it. Make jokes. The funnier the better, I think.
please write it down in the rules in the description.
I'll put the rules in the description. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And be looking forward to seeing some videos, seeing how creative you guys are.
Yeah, definitely. I think we got a creative bunch that watches us. It should be pretty funny.
Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and jump into Grandpa's segment.
Again? Shut your fucking mouth! All right, guys. San Diego Comic-Con, Wave 7. I'm not familiar with this show, but the 100 is getting Lincoln as the Reaper, and that's limited to 750 pieces. Jeremy, you might be interested in this one. I'm kind of interested. It's a pop ride. It's Dean from Supernatural with Baby.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I was wondering if they'd ever make that, and finally they did. Excuse me. Some Lord of the Rings pops are coming. It's going to be a double pack of Aragorn and Arwen. They look amazing. So we're getting Harry Potter on a broom, Luna Lovegood. From that Harry Potter movie, Fantastic Beasts, a 6-inch Akami or Asami, and Rick and Morty, Twinkles with a Ghost in a Jar. I have not yet watched that either. So,
I neither.
But people say that's really funny, and everyone should watch it. So, Seeking Your Mint says, "Great show, guys. See you guys next week."
Later, Seeking Your Mint.
San Diego Comic-Con Wave 8 is the Disney wave. I'm excited about this because you'll see why. There's a Jolly Roger glow in the dark, limited to 100 pieces. Mr. Toad, a Hi-Hi, which is a rooster from Moana, a Chippendale Flock 2-pack, and the one I'm excited for, I'm a big Tigger fan. I love Tigger. And we're getting a Flock Tigger. Glow in the dark, Darkwing Negatron, and Adorbs ride Aladdin and Abu riding the magic carpet. What else do I got for you? In September, we're getting a Rock Candy Elvira, which I'll be getting. Series 2.
I bet Dave will like that.
I'm not a big fan of the rock candy.
It's Elvira. I figured you'd like it.
I like the rock candy. I think they're pretty cool. Speaking of rock candies, I'll just show this one.
I like some of them. Some of them are pretty cool.
Because it's amazing. But Series 2 of Stranger Things, they're going to have variants of all the kids in their Ghostbusters outfit. So those are going to be cool. Ooh, Primus is on my TV.
My name is Bud.
Exactly.
They're coming around here like next month.
I've never seen them. I would love to see them, though. Sorry to change the subject there, but San Diego Comic-Con is just also getting them Conan O'Brien pops. We're going to get a Flash version, a Game of Thrones version.
Oh, wow.
Spider-Man, and a Star Wars one. And last but not least, during Halloween Comic Fest, all your comic shop A flocked Elvira. That's
Flocked?
the nude variant. A flocked Elvira.
Is that
No.
before she got the bikini wax? Is that what it is? Jesus Christ.
JLS Comics said flocked Elvira. So.
If it's a flocked one, I might get it.
We can arrange that. I mean, anyway, during Halloween Comic Fest, they're going to have Diamond Form Emma Frost at LCS's. I didn't want to take the risk of my LCS getting it because I never do. So I just went ahead and pre-ordered mine from where did I get it from, Jeremy?
I think it was Entertainment Earth.
Entertainment Earth. So you could go to Entertainment Earth and pre-order those, and that's why you're my oracle, buddy. That's why I have you here. You're the angel on my shoulder telling me about all these Funkos. Super Sarah Steph says, "Want that Ripley?" Yeah, it's amazing. I did pick up actually 5 Funkos this week. I'm not going to show one of them because one of them's part of the Marvel box, and a lot of people haven't gotten them yet. The first one is the Alien Xenomorph from GameStop.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he's got the blood
that
on
from the new movie,
blood.
Covenant?
Yeah, that's from Covenant. So, as you can see in the reflection, I got Primus in the background there. I picked these 3 up today. I got Jimi Hendrix right there. And, of course, the flaming guitar one I want as well.
Yeah, I got to have that one. Is that one Hot Topic, or where is that one? The flaming guitar one. You know that?
I do not know that answer. Do not know that answer.
If you see one, let me know.
I will get it for you. Darkwing Duck, I picked up him. I don't really care to get the other ones, but Darkwing's cool. And last but not least, another one of my favorite TV shows from back in the day, Alias. These pops are now out, and there are 4 of them right there. I'll be looking to get all 4. And that's all I got for Shut Your Funko Mouth.
Jeremy, did you pick up any Funkos this week?
No.
Paul, I think you did, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I picked up, or stopped at Hot Topic, got the Blue Venom.
Speaking of that Blue Venom, I was in Hot Topic today, and there's like thousands of them. So if
yeah,
you're worried
they had
about,
a ton of them.
I was worried about getting one, so I pre-ordered it online, or I ordered it online, but they had tons of them.
Got the.
You know what sucks? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No, finish.
I said, what sucks is I sold my Anti-Venom and my Carnage pop, and then Mike gave me the Venom pop because I sold the other ones because I could never find Venom. Mike gave me the Venom, and now they got another Venom out. So I'm like, if I'd had those 2, I'd have the complete set.
You could never have enough Venom.
Yes. And Alex said this is a sweet poison ivy, and it absolutely is. I really dig this one. And it's not part of a set because you look on the back.
I want to say it's New 52 poison ivy because
yeah,
the way Batman's wrote on the box.
And then let's see, I picked up the Hot Topic exclusive face hugger.
Orem right there.
Yep. And then I stopped in at Walmart, and they had all of the Cars 3 pops, but I only picked up the exclusive ones for there. So I got Guido and Luigi. And that was it for pops this week.
Yeah, I only got 1 pop, and I got it on Father's Day, and that's the Lightning McQueen pop. I used to have all the diecast cards from the original Cars movie, but that's the one. I didn't know they had Walmart exclusive ones for those.
Yeah, I think those 2 are the exclusives, and then I think Cruz Ramirez is a not an exclusive anywhere.
Do they? I thought there was a Lightning McQueen exclusive somewhere. I don't know what he looks like though. But okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and close that portion.
Shut your Funko Mouth.
And then move on to Jeremy's Trinity Superhero Cinema with Jeremy.
All right, so let's go ahead and go on over here to
Get me off there.
my first story. Is Scarlett Johansson. Avengers Infinity War has 62 Marvel characters, 32 in one scene together. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if she's trolling or if she's telling the truth, or I'm not going to play the video.
Everybody's going to be so damn small, we won't even be able to tell who's who.
Right. I was just wondering what you guys thought about that. Do you think they're trying to cram too much into it? I don't know. I mean, I think they can make it work.
It's going to be hard to have screen time for everybody and make it work, I think. I mean, it'll be cool to see, but...
Yeah. I'm wondering how they're going to do that myself. I don't know. But my next two tabs are kind of connected here. We got Amy Pascal seemingly confirms Venom and Spider-Man Homecoming set in the same universe. And speaking of Venom, of course, the big news broke. Carnage confirmed as the Venom villain. So what do you guys think about that, you Marvel heads?
You be picking up your 361. It's 361, right?
It's too late for that.
I'm glad I got mine when I did. Again.
Yeah.
So if I don't know.
I'll pick it up after he dies in the movie, and everybody's like,
yeah.
Oh well.
That's what I was after the book, but I kept getting outbid on eBay and stuff like that. So I said, well. And then this dropped in like overnight. It went to $100. So I was like, well, it's gonna be a while.
If you're banking on villains for movies, it's usually not a good plan, because as soon as the movie's out and they die, it drops back down.
Yeah. Unless it's somebody like the Joker or something, you know.
Yeah, well, Joker's first appearance is Batman #1. I don't think that's going down anytime soon.
Right. Do you guys think, though, that the Carnage is a good Venom villain, for the movie, or what do you think about that?
I don't know. I think it's going to be hard for me to even have just a Venom movie as a standalone. It seems like that'd be something that would be with Spider-Man. I don't know. That's just me. I know Venom's a pretty popular character, though.
Well, he's in the same universe, so I'm sure Spider-Man will be involved somehow. I just don't think he'll be like prevalent in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll reference him or show him once or twice or something like that. They'll just talk about him. I don't know. I don't know how it's going.
I think having him as the villain is kind of like the very first Batman movie. It was Joker. I mean, it's
maybe
expected.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of Homecoming we get the whole hand push into the subway.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
That's supposedly that's the arguing first appearance of Venom. I forgot what book it is, where
99?
someone pushes Peter Parker into the train tracks or whatever, and it doesn't set off his spider sense, so it's Venom, but it's just like a hand. So maybe that happens at the end of Homecoming in a deleted scene or something, and
that's a cool theory, though. I didn't know that.
I'd much rather it just be like essentially Amazing Spider-Man 300 with the first appearance of Venom, and do that movie, and then do the Carnage one later. I think that.
Well, in a perfect world, I'm pretty sure that's the way it would be. But
well, then damn it, make it a perfect world and do it that way.
This is not a Kevin Costner movie. I'm sorry, we can't do it.
Waterworld?
No,
that was a good movie.
I liked it. Anyway,
I'll have to agree with you. I liked Waterworld.
I did. I liked Waterworld too. It was like Road Warrior on water.
It was essentially Mad Max on the ocean.
That's the same thing. Anyway, The new Warner Brothers president is ready to compete with Marvel, admires R-rated superhero movies. And this is the quote. He said, "I don't speak comic," Emmerich admitted. "I do feel like I speak motion pictures. I speak for an audience. I look and ask, how does this work for a general audience?" DC Films president Jeff Johns doesn't think that Emmerich's lack of comic knowledge will be an issue. He understands when we're talking about the characters, we're not just talking about what their powers are, John said. We're talking about who they are as people. Emmerich told Variety that he admires violent, irreverent, and very adult comic book movies such as Logan and Deadpool. "I would be surprised if we didn't at some point make an R-rated DC movie." What you guys think about that? That immediately when he said that, I thought Lobo.
I don't know. The whole R-rated push is kind of silly.
Well,
they need to do a shirtless Amazon fighter. R-rated.
Wow.
Just saying.
They've already done an R-rated DC movie.
What?
V for Vendetta.
Well, he's talking about in the DCEU.
Yeah.
I like V for Vendetta.
Watchmen. They did
I did
Watchmen.
too.
Was Watchmen R, though?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely are.
I don't think they count that as part of the DCEU, though.
Yeah, that's true. Big blue dong and
yeah.
But
wasn't pixelated either.
But I will say this. To segue, that was a perfect segue into Watchmen TV series from Damon Lindelof in the works at HBO. What do you guys think about that?
I'm down. I love the Watchmen.
I could do that too. I mean, if it's as good, I mean, if as the Netflix stuff, you know what I'm saying? As in, put that much effort and priority into it.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do. You know how like Zack Snyder made that whole little like basically a mini movie to begin the Watchmen movie with about their pasts. And like show them, like I'd like to see more of that expounded on, they could do that in the TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Before Watchmen stuff.
Yeah, like do like a before Watchmen kind of thing, and yeah, do something like that. I think that'd be really cool.
I thought there was another terrorist attack in the UK, but that was Alan Moore fucking exploding.
I knew that was coming. I said it in the chat. I cannot wait for the. I'm just waiting for the darn Alan Moore's rolling over at his grave. Which I mean, the dude created them, and DC owns them. So I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? This is a one to talk about. So Han Solo, 5 months into filming, lost its directors, and not just I won't say lost. They were forcibly removed from the set from some of the things I hear. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers. Kathleen Kennedy said this. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers who have assembled an incredible cast and crew, but it's become clear that we had different creative visions on this film, and we've decided to part ways. A new director will be announced soon, which is, by the way, Ron Howard. What y'all think about him having to be like removed from the set? 5 months into filming, how is that going to work?
Video or it didn't happen. I want to see these sons of bitches going, I'm going to direct this movie, and they're dragging them out. And I want to see that.
And they're going to bring Opie in there to finish her up.
I'll put you in carbonite, bitch.
I'm trying to look and see what these dudes. Does anybody know what these guys directed? They're supposed to be, because some of the stuff that I was watching reporting on this said these guys were really talented directors and all this kind of stuff. But I don't see anything on what they've done before. And I know who Ron Howard is. I mean, you know, he's Opie from Andy Griffith, but still, he made some great movies. He's a great director. I don't see why they wouldn't have went with him to begin with.
It's not superhero stuff's not really Ron Howard's bag. It just didn't seem like it would fit.
Well, to be honest with you, he just has to do the shooting because I forget the guy's name now. I'm totally like blanking out on it. But the guy that was writing this is the guy that wrote Han Solo for the first Star Wars movie. So Like, I don't know. I read that somewhere. I don't know. I'm just kind of speaking off the top of my head. The Lord and Miller, though, they did issue their own statement saying, unfortunately, our vision and process weren't aligned with our partners on this project. We normally aren't fans of the phrase creative differences, but for once this cliche is true, we are truly proud of the amazing and world-class work of our cast and crew. That's kind of wild. I don't know much about this.
Area 51 said they look like the Menendez brothers.
Okay, Paul. You said something a few shows back that when I read this story, it caught my eye. Are you ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Sony working on Spider-Man spinoffs featuring villains Mysterio and Kraven the Hunter.
I don't want a spinoff. I want Kraven's Last Hunt, you bitches.
So Sony isn't giving up on the hope of building movies around Spider-Man's villains. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the studio is eyeing films based around Mysterio and Kraven the Hunter. For those not familiar with Spider-Man villains, Mysterio is a master of illusions, and Kraven the Hunter is, as his name suggests, a hunter who believes that Spider-Man is the greatest game in the world.
I mean, Kraven, I think, just in general gets shortchanged. I mean, that dude, when he's written right, he's one of the coolest villains.
That's Davis Comics finds. That's his man right there, Kraven.
Yeah, I love Kraven.
I will point out this is Sony, so it can be rated R.
Yeah, but they won't be able to do Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, maybe not. But.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know nothing about these characters. I know Mysterio, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that caused Logan to kill everybody in the mansion in Old Man Logan, right?
Yeah, I think so. Davis Comic Finds says the heck with Mysterio. We need Kraven, and I agree. Why have both of them? Just do.
Well,
Kraven.
they're different. They're different movies, is the way it says. Films based around Mysterio and Kraven the Hunter. So I guess they'll have their own guy. They were supposed to be doing that Sinister Six, but that all dissolved. So I guess they're. It says THR says Sony wants to bring Tom Holland into other spinoffs, but at some point your schedule just becomes too packed, especially if you're supporting a character to bolster some villains. It's possible the best way to forward to creating a connected universe. I don't know.
Just make a Pace Pop Pete movie. Fuck it.
This is that's my last story though, so I don't know much about that. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that.
Fucking Mysterio.
One of these days, you need to read Kraven's Last Hunt, Jeremy, and you will understand.
I need to. I had a buddy of mine actually found those books in dollar bins here not too long ago, so I need to get on that myself. I always said Spider-Man was one that I wanted to read. Wish I'd have got more into. I see Tito he might be Tito going to be a serious origin story. What's up, Tito? That's all I got. Superhero cinema. I'm out.
Close the curtains on that bad boy. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and jump into the last minute things, the shout outs, any of the things we want to talk about real quick before we close it up. Paul, we'll start with you.
Just my usual shout out. Everybody keep showing up. We do this show for you. Everybody says we got a great show, but I think it's the people who show up in our chat that make it great. I love reading the chat during the show and interacting with people during the show. I mean, anybody can do a show about comics, but you guys make it fun.
Mike?
A few new subscribers to my channel. One Man Comic Trip, not Comic Trips. Shout out to Paul if you watch this on the rewind for joining the Blasphemous Bash It Facebook page and communicating with us. That was awesome. So, Paul from Comic Trips. One Man Comic Trip, he has 11 subs. Connor Queen, I guess he's a big Green Arrow fan. He has 56 subs. And Slay Rich, he has 17 subs. So, and don't forget, Blast It or Stash It, Summer Spectacular. Get your videos out.
Yes, I
And,
can't wait to watch these.
Yeah, those are going to be epic.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to, like you said, Paul and Kat from Comic Trips. I don't think Kat's in the group yet. Maybe Paul or Adder or something. But I want to give a shout out to Seeking Near Mint Comics. He sent me a AOK, and I got that video up on my channel if you want to go check that out. He gave me some great books. So I won't show the books here, just so you have to go watch my video. Anyway, so everybody in the chat, see Legend, Catman Figures, Reviews from the Batcave, JLS, Jason Smith, Area 51, all y'all, subs from all of y'all. And let's see, I'm going to go up here and find somebody random. Tito, Kingdom Comics, look under your chair. There's a sub for you in your Mighty Man beard. Yeah. That's all for me. Subs for everybody. Trinity Winfrey.
I do have to give a shout out to Paul from Comic Trips as well. I got kind of stupid on our Facebook page. I was like, dude, this is a celebrity. And he says, oh, stop. You know, we're just a couple people with a camera. But to me, it's like that was huge. That was huge to have them be in our group.
I threw it right out there. Hey, if you ever want to be on the show,
yeah, Mike from 0 to 100 real quick.
But that if he does come on a show, it better not be next week, because next week I am not here. I'm gone. I'll be gone for a week. What's that?
Well, he's actually in the process of moving down to South Carolina. I think
I saw that.
So.
But yeah, I will be here next week.
A little bit.
So we're trying to get somebody that's in the field on this. You guys just want to run with your 3. I do have a shout out to for Nerdy Caveman. Last time I checked, he had about 64 subs. He had a 50 sub contest going right now. Mike, you better enter because you always win those freaking things. You bastard. So definitely go check him out. Do a video for his sub contest. And again, like everybody else said, I can't wait to see the videos for this, because this is something different for our contest. Not just showing books. Use your brain. Have fun with it. Make jokes. Funnier the better. And I really look forward to it.
We have some thick skin, so if you know.
Before you jump off right here, Half Man, Half Amazing just jumped in and said, better late than never. What's up, bro? We at the end giving shout outs. You got a shout out.
Jeremy is throwing shout outs like they're free or something. What the hell, man? Okay, with that,
Trinity Winfrey.
We'll go ahead and close the show down for this Friday. And these three handsome guys here, we'll see you next week. Or I'll see you in 2 weeks. So whether you blast it or whether you stash it, guys, happy reading and take it easy.
Or pixelate it.
Or pixelate it. That works too. See you guys.